Hello everyone, Lester here again, bringing another video that I'm sure you'll find interesting if you play Heroes. Today's topic is going to be my deck profile for the month of November 2025, and I just want to apologize in advance because I know that I have not been uploading as many videos as before. It's just that we have had so many crazy developments in the past month that has been really hard for me to keep up with them. I only get to film these kind of videos during my free time, and every time that I got like the video idea ready and start to script it, film it, editing it, Konami just decided to make some crazy announcement like in an emergency ban list, or like they actually decide to confirm the release date of the new Masked Hero support, which renders a lot of the talking points that I was trying to make in some of my videos essentially outdated. And I'm always striving to give you the most relevant information for this deck. So that's that. So mm, don't worry, the content is coming. Just have a little patience for me, okay? But before we get into the deck profile, I just want to make some announcements about this, and I want to say I'm really happy with the performance of the deck. I actually managed to win a pre-Banlist locals tournament with this version of the deck, and I actually got really good prize support. I know that I always open it in video, but like there were some circumstances where I just decided to just open it right away, and I actually managed to pull a yummy marshmallow, which was really good because I ended up selling it to cover up for other expenses like buying three of the branded structure deck, which I honestly think it's a really good value deck. Honestly, this has been one of the biggest Konami's W's as of lately. Honestly, I would highly recommend anyone who's like trying to get into the game, like just buy three of this structure deck, and honestly, you're good to go. Honestly. But also, I just want to make a special announcement because I am really happy to announce, because this has been requested by a lot of people, but I just didn't want to do it. But I feel like the time is right now. I'm happy to announce that there will be a Neospatian combo tutorial coming up in the next weeks. The reason why I didn't do it before is what it was because, if I can be quite honest with you, I would never ever recommend you playing this in advanced format. But in Genesis, it's a complete different story. So the combo tutorial is going to be aimed at the Genesis format. So I'm just going to tell you how to essentially have guaranteed setups to get into the Cosmo Neos lock, which is the only thing that is relevant about the deck, honestly. So if you want to see that, I would highly recommend subscribing to the channel and activating your notification bell for whatever that combo tutorial drops. But remember, guys, there's still, you can still like, share, and subscribe to this video. But if you're not doing any of that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment because I always love reading your feedback, okay? So without that out of the way, let's just get started into the deck profile. We're going to start with the main deck, and oh surprise, you have been a regular viewer of the channel, I'm still playing 60 cards, and then again, I'm still very confident that there's no other way to play Heroes. You have to play 60, simply because it's the only way that you'll have to fit like all the engine and still be able to play the non-engine that you really need to like keep up with the current metagame. There's nothing spicy in regards to the engine part. It's essentially the same as before. I honestly, I believe that this is as good as Heroes going to get. Like this is already solved from my part. This is the correct ratios. This is the correct amount of cards that you should be playing, that they are justifiable enough to play, because there are going to be other builds where they're playing other cards that are essentially bricks that, from my experience, have not been impactful enough to warrant that space in your decks, right? So then again, because you will be seeing things like there's no Infernal Rider and no Dark Fusion, but I'm actually playing like Sinister Necrom, and you think that this is crazy, it makes no sense, but honestly, believe me that everything makes sense. And then again, I've been winning tournaments with this particular build. If you want to know how to perform the combos using this particular build, I'm going to link down in the description below the combo tutorial if you want to know how to play it. But essentially it's just a very simple premise, right? You just max out on every good starter this deck has, not only a good starter slash extender, and you just try to play as little bricks as possible, but you have to keep up the, let's say, the quote-unquote Gardner ratio, so you don't auto-lose to yourself if you happen to draw into something that should have been in your deck. But then again, like, for example, I've been seeing people cutting out like one Stratos, and like they only play like one Dead in Prison, they only play like one Vision Hero Increase, and they're starting to cut, like, now with the new Masked Hero support, they want to cut like the Plasma, and obviously they're not playing the Evil Hero support. And believe me guys, I understand where you are guys coming from, I understand the pain, but if I can be quite honest with you, I think doing this is a mistake, like a real mistake. Like, you guys don't know how many times like I still win if I happen to open like some of these cards, but as long as I have like the power play still like available in my deck, I still have like a chance at winning. And honestly, one of the things that I still do not understand why people are not doing is why are not you playing like double Dead Imprisonment. I think this card is really good. Like, it's essentially like another copy of Stratos, and they're only playing one, and sometimes because they only play one, if they happen to draw it, like they lessen the value of Evil Assault. Like, obviously, yes, technically you can get away by only playing one, especially if you are playing the Sinister Necrom. But there has been also so many times where like I managed to summon this card onto the field and something happens, like they get to pop it before I activate the effect, they happen to banish it, they happen to like return it to the hand or something, and like by just having like another one like available, like you can render some of the plays your opponent does like useless. Like, I just really like playing this card at 2, honestly. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think that if you're not playing 2, like, it's a mistake, honestly. Same with Increase, like no matter what ratio you play, it always sucks, right? Like, you don't want to open it, but at least if you're playing 2, like, you don't have to like do really weird plays on your combos if you happen to open it, right? Unless you open those 2, but then again, that is like a 1% chance of that happening. I mean, if you happen to draw double Increase, like you just won like the bad luck lottery. And yeah, I'm sorry, like, it gets a little bit messy. I'm just trying to explain things here. And then again, you will see other things like playing double polymerization, and now this is people, they're not playing double polymerization unless perhaps if they are playing like the new Masked Hero support and such. But I always find some combo routes where you need this. One example is I mean, Vision Hero Bion is a 1-card combo, like no matter what. Like, if you play like Sinister Necron, this is a 1-card combo, but there are times where you open your hand and you open like this, right? Like, this is going to be very common, right? Because you open like the Bion, but you open Malicious, and you don't want to have Malicious in your hand. So the only way to fix it is by sending Shadow Mist into the graveyard, so you can search into something that discards it, like the Vision Hero Fairies. But if you do so, like, you lose the access to the elemental hero that makes also the Vision Hero Bion the 1-card combo that it is. So now, like, you lose value on the polymerization because you cannot like go first into, let's say, the Infernal Rage and then into Sunrise. You have to make it backwards, where you have to summon Sunrise first and then you summon the Infernal Rage. But by doing so, like, you will need another polymerization, and that is one of the reasons why you play 2. This also happens if you happen to open like this, right? You open like this, that also happens. If you open like this, it doesn't matter because you're just cutting out on the search of Shadow Mist. You can still perform this as a one card combo. In fact, I would say that this opening like this is the same as opening like this, because that would be one of your searches. And if you open like this is one of your best openers because not only ends on like the regular board that is Plasma, DP, Favorite Contact, you add like the Dark Supremacy to it. So yeah, and I mean, I guess that's it. Like there's no other like really complexity about it. I would just only say that because I know that the new Masked Hero support is coming and people are really excited to play heroes again. I'm just going to be quite honest with you guys. I just want to be really honest because believe me, like I've been playing this deck religiously. Like I played every single week on a competitive setting and a competitive level. And if I can be quite honest with you, I don't think the Masked Hero support is going to be as impactful as some people may think it is. It's obviously going to feel better, smoother, because you are able to cut some cards that may be perceived as bricks. But the thing is that by playing the Masked Hero support, I truly believe that you expose yourself too much to Nibiru, especially because I feel like the hand trap is going to be very popular in the future. But also, you're losing access to the Evil Hero support because you have to restructure your entire extra deck around it. And if I can be quite honest, like the Evil Hero support is really good in this format. And I believe that is one of the reasons why you don't see heroes doing as hot as of lately, because people just completely dropped the Evil Hero support from their decks. They felt like it was too clunky and they didn't like it. But that was because I feel like they were too focused, really too focused on trying to play like the least amount of cards as possible, when I truly believe that when you're playing this deck, you want to do like the exact opposite. You want to like have the least amount of chance of opening the garnets. Or if you open them, you have a controlled way into opening them. Because like I've seen a lot of people like, oh no, I just really need to open like certain non-engine, but like dude, like there's not enough space to actually play the non-engine that you would actually want to play. Because I know people are trying to play like small card counts and play like all board breakers because that is in a sense the preferred way to play heroes. But I just feel like the Evil Hero support is so good because it just makes a lot of your combos one card combos or like one card starters that you can actually allow yourself playing hand traps. And this is what I feel like, this is one of the reasons why I'm actually winning tournaments, because like I'm going second and I actually play like high impact hand traps, not only like these ones for game one, like obviously other ones in the side deck that we're going to discuss in just a minute. But like I don't know what to tell you guys. Like I know you don't like playing 60, but this works. And if I could say something about what I would like actually expect from Konami fixing about the deck, is that I just really wish, I truly wish that they create a replacement. This is the correct word, like a replacement for Vision Hero Ferris. I need a card that does pretty much the same as Vision Hero Ferris, but that it doesn't require specifically a hero discard, and lets me just cut out this piece of garbage out of my deck. Like I mean, just think about it. Like if you could like cut Increase, because honestly the other garnets are not as bad, right? Obviously Malicious does nothing by itself, but it's actually required to make some of your plays better because it allows overextension by just discarding it. For example, like Evil Assault, if you get this, like you get your Evil Assault negated, you still have like Malicious live. Same with Ferris, like you can link climb into Cross Crusader and then perform a hero search and such. And I know a lot of people are not playing this, but this card is so important, so essential, honestly. Like this is one of the reasons why I'm also winning tournaments, because like one of the things that has happened, like everyone is main decking Droll and Lockbird again, man. Like you're not escaping that card. Like you are going to get hit by Droll and Lockbird eventually, and you have to be prepared for it. Like that is why I mean, spoiler alert, I'm still playing like the number 141 Baguska. Honestly, this card is essential in your hero deck as of lately. Like you need to play it, and it's just so easy to set up because if you happen to open like Hero Lives or Vision Hero Bion, you will be able to put like 2 level 4s on the field when before you locking yourself into heroes, and you will perform a search beforehand so you can check if your opponent has Droll and Lockbird. And if you like, if they do, like, then again, you haven't been locked into heroes only, so you can just summon Baguska and just wait for the next turn. Honestly, this play has been really good, very relevant in a lot of games, and it has allowed me to like, if not survive, like actually, I mean, sorry, if I did not win, actually survive a turn. So that's that, and I'm going to cut it here with like the engine part of the deck. Let's just discuss the non-engine part because I feel like that is also really important to discuss. Then again, before, sorry if I'm just rambling. I'm planning on making a video where I'm just proposing what kind of support I would like to see for heroes to actually like solve the issues of the deck, because, and also another video where I'm just talking about the masked hero support, because I truly believe that the concept of Omni Hero is not going to be a thing anymore. I believe that there will be like a branching path where like you're gonna have like the evil hero version and the masked hero version, but even though you can technically play both together, I feel like it's just too high engine investment that you're not gonna be able to play the non-engine, and you're gonna have a very strained extra deck that perhaps not going to be the best option. So you're going to have to like play them separately, in my opinion. But we could talk about that later. Just quick remarks about the non-engine is that I'm now main decking the Droll and Lockbird. Then again, I know Droll and Lockbird may be like very hit or miss depending on the matchup, but because Mitsurugi is such a good deck, such an impressive strategy, I would rather like lose against any other deck and just like side deck the Droll, because if you're not required to main deck Droll. That means that the matchup is manageable. Like you have ways to stop it. But if you're forced to still have like Droll and Lockbird in your deck, I want to like high roll in like game 1 to like actually open it and not lose to those kind of strategies. So also Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, like the value this card has just keeps going up every single time. Like this card is so good, not only because it's good against Mitsurugi, but it also, like, now with the ban of Dimensional Bear and the release of the new structure deck, the Chronicle structure deck, everyone is playing Branded too, and with Branded comes the Bestials, and this card stops the Bestials. It's so good. Like I cannot take this card out of my non-engine now. Like it's the same as like Ash Blossom. Like if you lose to Fugalos, if you you use like Ash Blossom, like you lose to the brand. Sorry, the Bestials, you use the Ghost Spell, right? And you are also playing yourself the Molcharmy Fugalos, which also, by the way, is so good because like if your opponent is trying to like stop it with something like Call by the Grave, like Ghost Spell also stops that. So your hand traps could actually resolve that. Is also really important. And also I'm playing still like the Forbidden Droplet. If I can be quite honest with you, before the emergency banlist happened, I was seriously considering taking this card out of my deck because it was just it was essentially useless, not effectual, because if you're getting locked out of the special summons with like the Jolner lock, the artifact monster, like this card is useless. Like I would rather play another hand trap to stop the lock from happening, right? And such, but thank God that is no longer the case, so this card gains value again. And infinite impermanence because there are still effects that you cannot let your opponent resolve if they are going first. So I'm really happy playing this card, especially if you're playing Droplet, man. Like this is such a good pairing, because I mean you're always gonna have like spells and monsters, but sometimes the issue is that it's not protected from traps, and they are more common now because every single archetype has like their own negate trap card. Just having like infinite impermanence just to negate an additional card and then just using it as cost for Droplet, really good. Like I don't know why people are not playing these cards together in their hero deck. Like just beats me. And obviously like just I know like Mass Change may not be considered like a non-engine, but I considered it as such because of the way the card functions and because I don't have space here to put it here, right? And just cover the grave, just stop the opponent's hand traps. I want to take this opportunity to also talk about the let's say the side deck, because I know that I promised you to have a a side deck tutorial, right? A way to learn how to side deck properly. And I was actually working on it, but like then again the emergency ban list happened and such and rendered a lot of things that I want to say completely useless. So I'm just going to tell you how I side deck for this format, and then again we could have like a video later on talking about the how to side deck properly, like as a tutorial, like more like timeless kind of video, because I don't want to film these kind of videos every single time. This is my current side deck. So yeah, one of the things that I want to say is that this card is amazing, this format, man. I would 100% recommend you playing this card in your side deck. I would even say that it has potential to be main deck worthy, honestly. Like this essentially like Macrocosmos on a hand trap, but it only works if your opponent activates a spell card that has the additional effect of special summoning a monster. So it's not going to work against every single strategy, but just forces so much out of decks like Dracotail and Branded that this card is so amazing. And Nibiru, I know a lot of people are not liking Nibiru, but I just believe that people are not respecting this card. Like I think this is really really good. Especially like if you happen to see a Mitsurugi player where they're just tributing their monsters and reviving them, like they're wasting their revival effect pretty early into the combo, and then just surprise them with a Nibiru, and then they just lose their entire board, man. Then again, perhaps not going to be as impactful against like truly good players and such, but I mean, don't sleep on this card. I feel like this card is actually really good this format, especially against Yami. Like if you happen to like bait the Mitsu part of a deck against Yami, this card is really good. And Triple Tactics Trust just formed to help you against not only hand traps, but more especially the bestials. Like this card is the ultimate bestial punishment. And I think like now that Branded is on the wild loose because Dimensional Barrier is banned now, this is going to be actually one of the hardest matchups that you're gonna have. Like, so it's always nice to have like the Ghost Bell and the Triple Tactics to play around the bestials. This is the only way I have found in Heroes to play around the bestials. And then again, more going first cards like Triple Tactic Talents, Cross-Up Designator, and for going second, I'm just playing like one Harpy's Feather Duster. Gotta be honest, perhaps in the future, these may change, where maybe I'm gonna take out some of the traps because I feel like the traps have not been as impactful as like Dimensional Barrier, but just, I mean, whoa. Different Dimension Grounds is still a really good card. You should 100% play this in your side deck, especially because of the format. And I'm currently playing other two traps, but I feel like these are the most interchangeable cards. I would not change anything from here, but these cards could change. I was testing like Dominus Impulse for going first. Like let's say if you get hit by a hand trap, you just trust into like the Dominus Impulse. Is just essentially a solemn warning that is searchable by trust. and you don't have to be locked into like the specific attributes that it names, because that only happens if you activate it from hand. But if you set it and activate it in the background, like, you're not locked. It's just a way to search into like a solemn warning, especially because like 60 cards is really hard to hard open the specific non-engine that you may be looking for. And the remote karma cannon is just to like catch up some matchups that these two cards are not covering. But if I can be quite honest, this could be interchangeable. And also quick note, because I know this is getting too long. I'm going to tell you what spots I usually take out from here, from the main deck, in order for me to like play. Let's say I'm playing game 2 and I lost game 1. I'm going first. I mean, depends on the matchup, but usually what it ends up happening is that I end up taking like one single hand trap of each one, like this. I'm not like, I take out like all 3 forbidden droplets unless I'm playing something like K9 or like Vanquishal or let's say Dracotail. I like take out like the infinite impermanence instead. But if that's not the case, I'm taking the forbidden droplet, and for example, yes, this and I keep this, and like it goes in like the triple tactic, like the triple tactic talents, right? I play the one talents, the one cross of designator, and then again, depending on the matchup, like I get like one of the traps, and like perhaps like one Ibiru. I take this out and one other trap, right? And I just keep like 1 and 1 for like the cross of designator in case that happens. And yeah, like this is how I would be playing. Sorry if like it looks a little bit messy. Like I knew this was going to happen, right? Something like this. This is the 20 non-engine, and obviously the rest is 40 engine. But if you're going second, obviously you just take out like every single going first card, including the mask change, and you just max out on every single hand trap that you can get your hands on. Like you're playing like the triple forbidden droplet goes back into the deck. Let's do it like this, like triple forbidden droplet goes back into the deck. I'm playing like triple infinite impermanence. I'm playing like the triple Fuwalas. I'm playing like the triple Gospel. I'm playing obviously the triple Ash Blossom. And then again, depending on the matchup, for example, if you're going against Mitsu, you can play the triple draw. And I mean, depending like how badly you really need to open, first and foremost, I always take out the, let's say the going first cards, like the traps, like the Dark Supremacy and the Favorite Contact. And if you also add up like the let's say the mask change, right? These are in your main deck. You take all these 3 and you can feed up like 3 more hand traps. For example, maybe you want to feed in Nibiru, right? And then again, if you're really desperate to open something to stop them, you can take other 3 cards and play like the Retaliating Sea. And if you're that desperate, one of the things that I could recommend you taking out is like perhaps you want to take one of the Call by the Grave, and perhaps like one Ferris and 1 Increase. It's a little bit risky, right? But sometimes like you're just betting it all. So this is how you would be playing it. And if you do that, you will be opening like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, like non-engine that could actually interact with your opponents. I mean, I know it may be a little bit heavy-handed, but like you have to do what you gotta do if you really want to win. This is how I've been doing my games, and it has been very effective because like if I'm not winning the tournament at the absolute least, I'm topping it. The only issue as of lately has been facing branded, most and foremost because super polymerization. That has been like my biggest issue with the format right now. It's a really crazy card. Super Polymerization just messes up this deck completely. Like there's no play around it. Like there's no way to avoid it. I mean, unless you're playing like the Dark Angel, but then again, like you're going just out of your way just to play that kind of garbage card at this point. Like I guess if you want to, like you could play it, right? The Dark Angel, and just go out of your way and try to make a way to special summon it on your opponent's field. But whatever, man. I think. Then again, I still believe that this is as good as Hero's going to get. And like I'm not like, how can I put it? Like I'm not unsatisfied with the performance of the deck. Like I feel like this has been really, really, really good. I really like this deck. I really like the way I built it. I really believe that this is as soft as it's going to get. So this is the main deck side deck, and now we're going to go into the extra deck. And finally, to end this video, we're going to talk about the extra deck. And if you guys have seen my previous videos, you will notice that this has not changed yet. But I think there are important things to discuss that I want to give you guys my experience, so you can also like do whatever you want with your deck. But like I was testing different ratios for different monsters in the extra deck for different tournaments. And one of the interesting things that I was doing, it was like cutting out the Masked Hero Darkla from the extra deck, but like not entirely. I was playing it in the side deck alongside like the Mask Chains, because for the most part you are not summoning Darkla. I mean, depends on the matchup, depends on how good or how bad your opponent opens and how much they let you play. But for the most part, I was just thinking that I was not summoning Masked Hero Darkla enough to justify its inclusion. But now with the release of like branded, and because Rakutel is also becoming more popular with the because also like Dimensional Barrier is now banned, I believe like this has become more essential in your extra deck. And then I decided to cut like the Destiny Hero Dystopia. But there have been several times where I actually I lost some games because I didn't have this card in my extra deck. And I've been wanting to play Vision Hero Trinity for certain scenarios where you are really spent up and you only have like one fusion left to do, and you just want to go for an OTK. But like I just cannot take out anything right now, because honestly Malicious Vein is so good. Like this card is so good. Like I don't imagine myself cutting this card out if I'm playing like the Masked Hero support. I think this card is just too good, man, for the format. I feel like people are really undervaluing how strong having this card of wipeout effect that has like the protection of not being destroyed by card effects or by battle is. Honestly, we need more cards like this. Like heroes should have more cards like this. Which is something that we could talk about, because I truly want to make that video about like what I think hero really needs for support going out in the future. Like Infernal Wing Backfire is just here for access to the trap. Honestly, this is one of the most underwhelming fusions, but it is required. Neos Lord, I still like this monster. Like the option of stealing your opponent's monsters can always come clutch under certain matchups where you really don't want to trigger some graveyard effect, but like you need to remove the monster from your opponent. So this card is really good at that. And obviously we were talking about this before. I believe that this card is 100% essential in your extra deck. I am really sorry for like the Master Duel players. I think the best way you could replace this is perhaps by just playing like the Predaplant Bertie Anaconda, because you just need a generic monster that you can get access to have some sort of end board if you get hit by Drone Locker. But yeah, like I know people are wondering perhaps about the links, especially because I'm only playing one Cross Crusader, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I really wish I was playing two. But if I can be quite honest with you guys, like for like 80 or like let's put it like 80% of the time, like it's not needed. Like if I perform the combo and somehow like my board gets broken, that is one of the reasons why I really like the Evil Hero support, is because of the trap, right? The Dark Supremacy trap. Where is it? I'm sorry guys, I'm just... The Dark Supremacy trap. Which you guys know, it allows you for recycling your hero monsters. If you have it in your graveyard, you can banish this card. Just not on the same turn that it gets hit in the graveyard. You can banish 5 hero. No, you can retrieve 5 hero monsters that are among your banishment or your graveyard, and you can recover them. And for the most part, I just return the links and 1 or 2 fusions that I want to make during that turn. So yeah, I don't want to make the video longer than it should, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a really long video. I'm sorry if like I'm just rambling too much. It's just that I just really wanted to pour a lot of my thoughts regarding this particular deck, because I don't think that I'm going to make another deck profile for the rest of the year unless Konami just makes some other crazy announcement in the future, where perhaps there's another crazy ban list coming out, or like, I don't know, like there's something, they release something that is just meta breaking, meta warping, that it just forces me to play a different non-engine. But honestly, for the most part, I've been really happy with the performance of the deck. I don't think I would play it any other way. I'm going to have my in-depth thoughts and opinions about the Masked Hero support in another video, because I honestly believe that the concept of Omni Heroes is no longer going to be a thing. Like, I believe that heroes are going to be like, they're going to have like 2 branching paths coming forward between like the Evil Hero support and the Masked Hero support. There are going to be 2 different versions of the deck, and also, I don't think like the Masked Hero support is as impactful as people are making out them to be. But well, with that out of the way, I think this is going to be the end of the video. I really thank everyone who has stayed this long throughout this video. I know I talk a lot, but I don't know, like, I don't know what to tell you. I've been really passionate about this deck. I believe that people are just giving up on the deck without really giving it a try. I believe that there's something here that they should be giving it a try. It's just that they did not believe that the Evil Hero support was going to be actually good. But whatever. This is Lester signing out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. But if you are not doing that, at the absolute least, please leave me a comment, because I always love reading your feedback. Have a nice week.